Now, if my memory serves me correctly, this guy leads with a Cubone, or at least has a Cubone. No, he has a shoulder. Okay. This wasn't a particularly great matchup, but I was probably going to lead with Growlithe, and then I was just like, no, he's probably got something that's got a bad matchup against it. And I was somewhat correct. I was just expecting a Cubone is all. Not liking that confusion, but I managed to bust my way through it anyway. And Slowpoke. Okay, so you've got nothing but water types. And we can test out Victory Bell. Sweet. I'm not even sure if that was a critical or not. I don't think it was. Oh yeah, this guy. I believe this is the guy that eats air. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Bet he thinks he's a cool guy. Eats air and doesn't afraid of anything. Takedown. Stupid water gun. Takedown more. And a Boltoy. I'd love to be able to use Boltoy. Although, yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Boltoy might not actually be a bad idea. I already have a Boltoy because I picked one up on Route 11. Do I want to use a Boltoy? I know it shares a type with Starmie, but I don't think I'm going to be using the Psychic TM on Starmie. That's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be taking advantage of Starmie's Psychic typing. I mean, if that was the case, I could have just gone and used Smoochum, but I don't like Jinx. That's the thing. I don't like Smoochum or Jinx. I don't plan on ever using them. Just to make sure that there's... Yeah, I'm not even sure why I'm checking out this patch of grass. We're still in Route 10, so that's the thing there. I have not actually come up with names for either of the Pokemon that I don't have names intended for, so I may have to cut this segment here. I'm kind of a dumbass, actually. I like how I burnt it, and yet I was just able to kill it with it before it was able to land an attack, because that's an annoying thing. Just setting up a status condition on a Tailo, because it's kind of got guts. Chesto Berry on the Growlithe. And I've only just noticed that I burned the Swablu as well. I actually burned both of her Pokemon, poor lass. Yeah, Iron would probably be a better choice than Growlithe, unless this thing has fighting types. And no, he's actually got a mirror match for us. Metal Claw sounds like a good choice. Sweet, attack boost. And you don't have an attack boost, poser! You're just a poser! Oh god, Iron Tail. 50-95 to the 175. That 75 is concerning, because Metal Claw is a lot more likely to actually land, but Iron Tail is twice the power. Well, you know what? All of my moves are inaccurate anyway, so screw it, I'm just going to take Iron Tail. And a Trapinch. Okay, so... No, I don't want to send Growlithe out, because if Growlithe gets in trouble, I can't switch it out because of its stupid bloody... I'm just blindly assuming that it's got, stuff. Yeah, just gonna blindly assume that it has, that it had, I can't even think of the ability. Arena Trap, that's the one. Okay, so I'll go through the ones that I know that I'm giving names to. Starmie, you can be first. This one is pretty obvious in hindsight. Yeah, you're going to be called Homestar. Because I would like to think that I has what it takes to join the Homestar Army. And now you understand why I'm giving it that name. Growlithe. Growlithe is getting a bit of a sentimental name. I'm going to be calling it Butch, named after a dog that I had up until a couple of months ago. It unfortunately kind of got well, something bad happened to it. I'd rather not discuss it because it's a bit kind of graphic, and it had to get put down. It was kind of sad. The incident involved a pit bull that was like twice its size, so you can gather pretty much what's going on there. Victory Bell, I was intending to do a bit of research on this nickname to see whether or not it actually works. It's not exactly a Venus flytrap, but it's close enough to one. I'd like to know what the name of the actual thing that this is supposed to look like is, because I know what it is. It's like a weird bloody thing where, and it like unsuspecting animals just sort of fall in it, and then the bloody liquid inside just sort of slowly digests it. But I decided I might as well go for this since it also doubles as a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Dionea, named after Traptrix Dionea, which is a pretty decent card, although most Trap Trick decks I think nowadays don't actually run Dionea because they just like having the Mamelios, just the Mamelios to themselves. So that just leaves Doduo and Aron, neither of which I actually have names for. So, I mean, I could call this just Dodo, just after the internet service, but that's a really, really stupid thing. So, you know what? This has literally just come to me. This is probably a really, really fucking dumb name. No, not Bra. We're gonna call you Broadband. Just because that's what Dodo offers. Broadband internet. Good God. This is probably the stupidest name I could have. I don't think I'll ever come up with a better name for any Pokemon except for the bloody Skiploon that I had in Soul Silver, which I named Fluffnuts. All that's left is Aron. The only nickname I have for it is the last name of one of my cousins, because his first name is Aaron, but I don't really have much to do with that side of the family anymore, so, I could call it, like, Mechagodzilla is too large for this, like, setup here. I know it's meant to be like a dinosaur of some variety. I could name it after a knight or something. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Let's name it after a knight, and just to be different, I'm not going to call it Arthur. I'm going to call it Artorigus. Because I think that's like supposed to be like its Celtic. I think it's supposed to be like Arthur's Celtic name or something like that. And it is another Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I like to have at least one Yu-Gi-Oh reference in regards to the nicknames that I have for my team. So, yay! I'm actually astonished I didn't have to cut the segment partway through working out what the nicknames were. There's still one more nickname I have to sort out, and that is for my 6th team member. But still, no idea what that is. Okay, so I could go south, but I'm not going to end up being able to go that far. I could go into Pokemon Terra, but there is a rival fight there, and I don't think I am anywhere near as ready for that as I would like to be, so Route 8 it is. And this is actually the place where I put Volbeat and Illumise when I thought that it was actually impossible to get those in the wild. So, there's 2 of the handful of Pokemon that we know are here. And I hate you. You're not allowed to disable, although the disablement only lasted like 1 turn. Okay, Clefairy, Ascending Broadband. God, that is such a stupid name. It's going to take me a while to get over the stupidity of this name. If I come up with something better, I may just replace it, though. Actually, no, what the hell am I thinking? That name is just too priceless. Especially since the thing is actually noteworthy. This thing is actually considerably slower than I thought it would be. As well. I think it's like... Yeah, it and Butch are relatively, even when it comes to speed. And I suppose Dionea now has an even level of speed. But then, you know, Homestar just sort of shitting on that. But of course, Broadband and Butch still have... They still have evolutions, and Starmie's just done with all that stuff. Now, I believe that this guy uses fire types. Rambling Gaming Dude, and like... whatever. Must not... I'm starting to question why I think of, like, teams that these trainers had when I know that they are clearly from regular games that are just not hacked. It's kind of stupid. Missed the big chance. Whatever. Okay, so... in here there's a whole bunch of these patches which have berries. So we have a roast berry, we have a leper berry, we have a lumberry. So we have a plum, we have a strawberry, and we have an apple, and we have a Growlithe. And we have another Growlithe. I'm not really interested in Growlithe because, you know, I've kind of got one already. I tell you what, so I'm tempted to catch this Meowth just because it's a higher level means I'm more likely to get good stuff from it. If I can find Abra here, it wouldn't surprise me if I could find Kadabra. I'm not 100% though. Okay, so it doesn't allow me to leave, but decides to use teleport. Logic? Yeah. Not too sure about that. Yeah, there's Volbeat. Doesn't look like there's much here that I haven't already picked up. Have I got any level 27s on my team? No, Butch is 28, the rest are 29. Okay. Whatever. Informed strategy, blah blah blah, what? Strategy to be gulpin'. Okay. Okay, Encore, my only stab move. Good job. Now can we please get Flame Wheel? No. No, we can't have Flame... What the hell? Oh my god. This is... Butch is slowly starting to turn into Bogey, the, Jish's Slugma. It didn't get Flamethrower until, like, 36, I think. Flamethrower would be nice, but I already know that there's a dead cert, TM35 that I'll be getting for free, or, well, not exactly free, I have to get it in a trade, but the point still remains. Now, that looks like a double battle to me, so... Let me pair up Artorigus and Butch. I think they'll make a pretty decent team. Azurill and Togepi. So what I reckon we'll do is we'll Rock Slide to get some damage in, and then just sort of Bite to finish them off. I think Azurill's... Which one's least likely to survive the Rock Slide? I think we'll go for Togepi, actually. Well, not like it mattered, but whatever. And wow, really? Rock Slide did fuck all. It really did. There goes the Azurill. Okay, so the Togepi was definitely a bit more resilient. So let's just get that out of the way. It kind of annoys me that they're level 30 and I don't have any 30s on my team. You do look silly. But we can rest assured of that. Okay, so, Pidgeotto, you can just go die. Wait, you got a Raichu. Damn it, it's got Surf. Kind of forgot about that. Alright. Dianea. Okay, use Surf, why don't you? Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Keep using Surf, because if the only electric attack you've got is Thunder Shock, then you have raised your Raichu quite poorly. Ledian. I tried to use a Ledian in Colosseum. It sucked. It was so bad. It really was. I believe that she's sending out a Ferret next. Yep, Ferret. I kind of hate these trainers that have, like, a full, like, team of, like, 5 or 6. Because it just takes too bloody long. I don't mind... Like, there are positives, of course, because there's more Pokemon, there's more, I like how the light screen wore off at that exact point, so that I can just slaughter it with Ember. Slaughter being a very loosely used term in this situation, because I'm using Ember, because it's a fucking terrible bloody move. I tell you what, when I'm done with this segment, I'm definitely going to be checking out Growlithe's move pool. Because this is getting to be goddamn ridiculous. Okay, Meowth is holding something. Another Hidden Power TM. Sweet. Okay, you have Meowth apparently. You've also got Skitty. Let me guess, you got all the cats. I could make a dirty joke here, but I'm not feeling it. Skiploom, actually. You can stay in for that. In hindsight, I probably should have gone for Dodowo because he's pretty close to evolving. But, whatever. Delcatty, yeah, send in Butch. See if Butch can do something. Get in Aaliyah. Ember. Yeah, Tracked. Kind of figured as much. Okay. I can just throw in a Bite now. Criticals. Oh god, no, not when you're that low. Okay, that's the way. That's awesome. Okay, less Andrea. Wasn't there another trainer called Andrea that I faced earlier in this playthrough? I swear to god that there was. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the hack. Wait, do I have a Paralyze heal? Because if not, I'm going to have to go back and heal. I have 6 of them. Okay. Oh yeah, because I bought all those ahead of the Surge fight. School's fun, but so is Pokemon. I don't know what makes you think school's fun. School's only fun when you have when you're in a class that's actually mature and respectable. Like the English class I graduated the other year. They were awesome. Too bad have little to no contact with them at all. Although I did point a couple of them to my channel, so hopefully they can just, like, work out how to create a YouTube channel and then, like, comment on my stupid commentary. Or some shit. I have no idea how this segment is doing on time. I may actually already be past the 20 minutes. But who cares, because there's still a shitload of trainers here to fight. And thankfully I don't have to worry about keeping one of them unbattled, because there's no Mew glitch in this game. Mew glitch would be lovely, but it's fine. Like, you can get Mew in this game anyway, so who cares about the Mew glitch? No, hit with... No, you're supposed to hit with... Okay, is Rock Slide... Whatever. Okay, 30, so you have 2 levels to go. Dionao will throw you in against the Slugma, why not? That was actually That's actually pretty respectable damage from Acid, considering Acid's, I think, like only like base 40 power. Is it 40, or did they like boost it for the hack or something? No, it's 40. That's pretty respectable then. A 2 KO on a Slugma. Slugma's got pretty shitty defenses. I'll be fair on that, but still not too bad. Your bike's not acting up, then go get it serviced. Or some shit, or else you that kind of criminal that places like that would just dub you in at the very first opportunity. It's probably what you are. Thinking about it, I've actually been considering putting my computer in for a service. It's just at this stage, when I've got this schedule all set up, gotta take the mirror match here. When I've got this schedule all set up, it's almost certainly going to sort of impede on that schedule. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, so how many more trainers have we got? We've got that one, and we've got the old man here. Okay, once again, relying on my instincts from playing the original games, and assuming that this guy's going to have water types. And he actually does. This time it actually worked out. Or at least he leads with the water type. Oh no, he might have actual general water types. Have you got another water type? You got a war turtle, okay. Okay, so that was a bit of a pushover. And just the U left. Once again, let my instincts tell me that he's got a Magnemite, so that I can just lead with Butch and then have to switch immediately. See what happens. Voltorb, it's on the same page. There's the Magnemite. My instincts are working out after all. And main Shrek, get the fuck out of there. Die now, screw it. I don't care if this thing has flamethrower. If it had flamethrower, I would have used it by now, because it's just spamming quick attack. I kind of thought that main Ectrix, just as a general rule of thumb in this game, must always have flamethrower, but evidently that's not the case at all. Okay, Broadband, get in there. Ew, sludge. And stupid criticals. Okay, I believe that is all of the trainers in this area, so, screw it, I might as well go and have a look at blah blah blah. Well, I'm about to go to Celadon. I like these two, like, straight lines. I feel like it kind of reminds me of a, I can't remember what the name was. I think it's like a velodrome. Actually, no, I don't even know what the name was. The place where, like, the place where they ride the bicycles, like the round sort of track thing. I think that's a velodrome. I don't believe it is though. Okay, so this is where I'm going to pull the segment up here. Next time we'll have a bit of an exploration day around Celadon City. So see you for that.